Frank.
Thanks a lot, Norm. This is a familiar face to Maritime Canada Harness Racing, and the winningest driver, we believe, statistically at this time in Canadian harness racing, I don't know if you're aware of this, 984 winning drives. Clare MacDonald, should I go Mary Clare MacDonald or just Claire? Okay, let's first of all deal with what happened in the third race. Your horse was scratched. Some people called from Antigonish and the East Coast, wondering if you'd had a travel delay or something went wrong. What was the situation?
Well, apparently there's two owners on that horse, and one of them's recently had a birthday, in which case your membership, your licenses have expired. It was just overlooked. At the last minute, they tried to make contact with that person and get the paperwork faxed, but didn't get done in time.
We mentioned that statistic of 984 lifetime winning drives. Tell us what life has been like for you in Maritime Canada from your home base at Truro.
It's still a work in progress. That's kind of all I've ever done, I guess, and we've been fairly successful. My husband and I run an operation where we have a breeding and training and racing stable, and now our oldest son is involved, so it's a family-orientated business. And
your reaction to the implementation of the Mildred Williams Ladies Driving Series over the past 2 years, and now your decision to take part in it?
Well, I think it's wonderful. Not only is it that it recognizes females in harness racing, but it also gives a chance to fundraise for a very worthy cause, and you can hardly find a family anywhere that hasn't been touched by some form of cancer or another, and if we can do a part to help out towards that end, that's worthwhile.
I would imagine you were instrumental in the wonderful development of the series being expanded into Maritime Canada in 2007.
Well, when Anna called, she was, she wanted to know if it would be possible for a few of the tracks, and as soon as it was mentioned at home, they jumped on board, which Maritimers are known to do. If there's a cause, we're usually always there to try to help out. And I think there's 4 tracks, maybe 5, going to be on board, and if the girls come our way, we'll give them a real good maritime welcome.
We're so glad to have you in Ontario this night. How much are you going to be participating in the series? Do you have your plans set? Will you be going to New York State, any of the other venues this year?
Unfortunately, because our stake season kicks into gear late in May and runs right through to November, I don't think I'll be available. I would love to participate, but we're fairly self-employed, and also the only lucrative area to race in the Maritimes is the stakes, and I have a big commitment to my owners who supported me, so that's where I'll be staying. So.
This is always a dangerous question, but do you have any 2- and 3-year-olds for the Atlantic Sire Stakes that you're particularly excited about for 2007?
Well, we have some 3-year-olds that are returning to race that prove themselves to be, within the top few of their age groups, and they've trained back fairly well, so we're hoping for them to repeat this year. And they're the 2-year-olds so far. They're all still going. There's no major superstars poking their heads out yet, but just keep our fingers crossed. 16 wins away from 1,000. We're going to be watching and rooting for you. So happy to hear from you here in Ottawa tonight. And a real pleasure to meet you, a Canadian legend, leading lady of Canadian harness racing, Clare MacDonald, now one of last year's season-long winners here on the Mildred Williams Ladies Driving Series. This is Joey Ayotte, still making home in Grimsby, is it?
Yes, still in Grimsby.
And memories of traveling around the circuit. You took part extensively last year in the inaugural year of the series.
Yeah, we did a lot of traveling. Unfortunately, Pam Forgey's not with me because she's pregnant this year, so I'm going to miss her on the trips.
But I saw you in places like Clinton, Hanover, Western Fair. You won races in a lot of places last year, including the season's final at Kawartha Downs. Your memories of that?
It was a great race. I had a nice horse trained by Mark Winnecott, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful time.
And I think Ann Curran, the organizer of the series, mentioned that you're planning to take part in almost the entire series this year, which is going to mean a lot of travel to Maritime Canada, New York State, Yonkers Raceway, all those places. Are you going to try to hit them all? I'm
going to try and go everywhere. It's really nice to see all of the tracks inviting us back, and it's really nice to see a lot of new tracks inviting us to come and participate. And it is a really good cause. We're going to raise for breast cancer and for some children's groups as well. So.
And, well, you got one more month to go tonight. Good luck in the 6th race.
Thank you very much, Frank.
And I know we'll see you along the line on the circuit this year. Thanks a lot, Joey. Norm, it was great. We just had Clare MacDonald and Joey Ayotte on the air here from trackside. Their second heat goes in the 6th race, but right now, back to you for our next post break.